now, what you just heard with Congressman Gallagher, who's a former Marine combat officer, is the thinking of the American people, and this is what's so powerful. Just in a few years since Miles came to the West, and one of the reasons, this is why he's hated by the people who've infiltrated the media and the courts and the legal system and the corporations and Wall Street. Miles Guo is beloved by the people in this country, but hated by the elites. Why is that? Because he called out the game. The game is their business partners are the Chinese Communist Party. Yeah. The beauty of that is when Gallagher is rising to form this committee in this sacred temple of democracy, he actually makes the specific distinction at the very foundation of this committee that this is not about China and this is not about the Chinese people. This is about the Chinese Communist Party. And it couldn't be more powerful. And that is the hard work of the new federal state of China. This is why I'm so honored and humble to be associated with all the work that you do in Miles Guo. And so whatever they say about Miles Guo, I said, hey, that's for you guys to settle out. What I do know, because I know the facts, is that there's a line of demarcation in the fight for freedom in this world. And one of the most significant elements of that has been Miles Guo coming to the West to warn the West, to warn the people that had the freedom, that if you do not stand up to this totalitarian criminal dictatorship, your freedoms will be taken, that the elites in the world will copy their model. They're not coming more your way. That's a lie. What you have is an apparatus, right? A global elite that's going to go more to their authoritarian dictatorships. And Miles Guo has been absolutely correct in everything, and you just saw it manifested right there. Now, let's talk about the committee. One of the things look, we're thrilled. This is a select committee on the CCP. Yeah. So people in your audience in mainland China and the criminal element in Beijing should understand that in and of itself is a huge development. Okay, so we have a staff, they have money. Now, I would rather it not be focused what they call the watchers the competition. We're not a competition, as Miles has told us and warned us about. They're at unrestricted economic war with the United States. Right now, I believe, but you got to take baby steps. So the first step is competition. I hope. And you should know that we're, aiding where we can and sending people to brief and getting as much access as possible. Yeah. That our contention is that the one thing we would like to see from this committee is exposure of the Chinese Communist Party's infiltration into every element, every institution, from the colleges and the Ivy League schools to Wall Street, to all of it, of the CCP's infiltration of this. And particularly what I think would do the most harm to the CCP and have the biggest impact is begin to talk about how they've stolen their wealth, how they've stolen the wealth of the basic Chinese person of Lao Beijing, and they've privately shifted it in to the West, particularly into the United States in places like New York City, real estate and all that. This is all to be determined. The competition part is a term I don't like because it's not a competition, it's a war. Yeah, totally. But for the politics of it, we have to bring people along. We have to bring people along slowly, because if you sat right there at the beginning and said, we're at war, people's heads would be blowing up. So I strongly recommend that the new federal state and everybody that's here is an expatriate, everybody's here that's now becoming an American citizen, watch the details of this, the committee. Gallagher's a good man. I will say he's not where we are, right, as, hey, we're at war with the CCP, they're at war with us. Yeah. But this is the first step, and people should know, this select committee is not going to step down just after this Congress. This is the first in an ongoing long process to expose the Chinese Communist Party. So I couldn't be happier at the beginning. I would maybe rather have a few more fire breathers, but we'll take what we can get.